we have to keep a very close eye. You know, the leaders may have changed. The popularity of Justin Trudeau and Jagmeet Singh may have declined, but it's still the Liberal Party that's running Canada at this point in time. So India obviously cannot expect miracles.
Of course, Vineet, I totally agree with you here because, while everyone before me was speaking, I was just wondering that it is quite a welcome change in the Canadian political scene that someone who was an appeaser of the Khalistanis, someone like Trudeau has lost election, he couldn't become the Prime Minister. And I'm also happy that, this person, Jagmeet Singh, who is very, he's considered very close to the Khalistani section of the Sikhs in Canada. I think that's also a welcome change. But what I'm really worried about is that, one thing that we cannot deny is no matter political hands may have changed and people who were appeasing Khalistanis before or people who were responsible for the strained India-Canada ties are not in power now. But ultimately, the Western countries have tasted blood. They have understood that, if on one hand they had the Islamist card to keep India, especially the India's national interest, always blackmailed. Now they know they have got another tool in their hand, and which are the Khalistanis. I know gentleman before me, he was speaking a very, very, fine thing that Sikhs, especially the ones that I know and I've been aware about them, the kind of patriotism. India is really lucky to have such diversity and all of that. But the sad thing is that there is a section which has been politicized, there is a section which has been radicalized. And now not just Canada, so many other Western countries, we all have seen how when India took a very, anti-West position during the Ukraine-Russia war, it did not take them much time to use the Khalistani card against India. We all saw how, Trudeau made this whole, drama about him finding unknown gunmen in Canada who are on this killing spree, and they are killing legit Canadian citizens and stuff like that. And we've also seen how Gurpatwant Singh Pannu is someone who's always, being shown as a very respectable American citizen, someone whose life is under threat because of unknown Indian gunmen. And all of that has turned out to be nothing but hogwash. All of that has turned out to be something which has no concrete basis at all. But then ultimately, we all know how global games are played. We may think that US is our ally. It definitely is. We also think that, Canada, for example, is a democracy. So we need to have that kind of affinity with them. But ultimately, when it comes to these big political games, I do not think, even in the long term, they are going to be shy of using this card. So like the previous panelist was also speaking about this, that there are multiple ways in which the current ruling party can make a difference. We can use the carrot and stick policy. Those members of diaspora who still, consider India as their birthplace or, kind of value Indian model of diversity are always welcome. And I'm really glad that, our Sikh diaspora, entire world, they are making such big name for themselves. Some of them I know personally, and I'm really proud of them. But then at the same time, there are certain people who are always using this non-existent Khalistani issue, which is nothing but a, we all know it's just a ploy by China and Pakistan together and other Western countries who have joined against India. So I think it's high time that the people who are still going by this dissociate themselves from the Khalistani cause and let people like Gurpatwant Singh Pannu or even someone like Jagmeet Singh, who has enjoyed so much of political capital in Canada, be treated like isolated cases. I think it's a good start, and it's a much, welcome change in Canadian political scene that someone who was using his appeal amongst the Khalistanis was also getting political power, was also getting a share in dictating the terms. But this card, this veto, this Khalistani veto that was there on India-Canadian ties is now away. And I hope Canada does some soul searching, and the new Prime Minister, Mr. Carney, he comes in power and he takes stock of all what can happen between India and Canada. There's a lot that can happen. There's trade. There is, I think, a lot of cooperation they can do in Indo-Pacific as well. But all of that has not taken place till now because of the Khalistan card. So I think I totally welcome this, Vineet. But like I said at the outset, I do agree with you that it's not the end of the Khalistani card as far as India's ties with West are concerned.
Okay, all right.